Hello fellow Sudokans and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Friday the 20th of December 2024. I hope you are keeping well. And if you're in the Christmas spirit, I guess we're not that far away. I've only just noticed really that we're only 5 days away from Christmas. I don't even know what day of the week it's on. I haven't worked it out yet because it makes not a jot of difference to me. I don't celebrate Christmas or anything like that. It's just the 25th of December. But obviously that's going on around me. I've just been outside again, and for the third day running, my local train station, subway station, has been playing this awful version of Jingle Bells. It's a really horrid version. I wonder if we have a chance as commuters to sue under human rights abuses. We should take it to the International Criminal Court and see if we could sue for human rights abuse. For having to listen to this awful rendition of Jingle Bells every day. There's that. What's going on in more important news? We have to keep watching governments all the time. A lot of them are very like to make a lot of noise about what they're doing for the environment, and some of them are doing things. It's just, but we have to keep monitoring and seeing what's going on behind the scenes as well. In the UK, the Labour government that recently took over promised not to issue new licences for fossil fuel development, but in fact lots of places still have early forms of license that have been granted and might still go through, even though the drilling hasn't begun yet or anything like that. And research says that if all of those sites that have been licensed and are currently undergoing further evaluation for further licensing hold up to 3.8 billion barrels of oil equivalent, and if that was burnt, that would release 1.5 billion tons of carbon dioxide. And currently the UK's emissions from household emissions from the general public amount to 50 million tons a year. So that's about the same as 30 years emissions from households if these licenses were to be granted. So pressure needs to be put on the government to pull back anything that's not absolutely essential, absolutely vital. And again, we need to really rein in these fossil fuel companies. They're going to just continue to do whatever they can to kill us all. Whatever country you're in, doesn't matter. I don't live in the UK, but the pollution that's produced in every country is affecting every other country. Let's get on with the game of Sudoku. This is a Los Angeles Times expert level Sudoku puzzle. I'm going to start with 5 like this because that's the only digit that I've noticed, certainly so far. But now I see another one. 5's blocking up here and a 5 across there. I see an early pair. An early pair, is that kind of a fruit released? 6 and 8, I noticed. It's better than that. I noticed the 6 and 8 blocking like this, so I would give myself 6 and 8 in these squares, but I already see that the 8 blocks up there. So that's going to be the 8, and that's going to be the 6. Seven blocks to the bottom here. 7 in one of these 2 squares blocking down. 7 across there. There's a 7. 7 this way, and down there. Sevens look like this. So I can't do very much there. Oh, hang on, there's 4s there as well, look. Okay, so that's a pair of 4 and 7. Actually, 4 also can't be in this row, so 4 and 7 across here somewhere as well. We've got 7s there. The 4s we don't know about just yet, do we? I don't think so. 4 somewhere there. Okay, but this is 4 and 7. Let's explore this column just in case. So we've got 4 and 7. We're looking for 2, 3, 5, 8. 2, 3, 5, 8. 5, 8. Down here, not much. Maybe not yet. what else do we know? 7 and 4 here. Let's see. So it's going to put 2s into that square. Those squares, I should say. 3s into these squares. 8s, and too many. 8s and 9s, not sure. Six. Also uncertain. Okay. We've got 3 blocking up here, which will put 1s in those squares, that's for sure. Oh, do we know anything else about 1? Oh yeah, we've got 1 across here, 1 across there, so that's 1 there. So 1s look like that. 1s look like this. Okay, 8 across here, 8 down there. Nine across here. So we've got 8 and 9 blocking down here, 8 and 9 blocking down here. We have ourselves a pair of 8 and 9 in those squares. In fact, we've got 9 blocking there, so there is our 9, there's our 8. 8 and 5 blocking across here, 8 and 5 blocking across here. This is 5 and 8. these squares are not 5 or 8. They must be 1, 2, or 3. 3 blocks across there, so we have 3s in these squares blocking that way, 3 blocking there, 3 down there. There's a 3. The 1s and the 2s are trickier. Six blocking across here and 6 down there puts 6 into that square. I'm going to have a look at this block again. Now I did early on, I worked out this was 7 and 4. Now this has to be 2 and 5, right? 2 and 5 across there. So 2, 5, 7, 4. So what's left? 3 and 6 have to be in those squares, right? 3 and 6 block across there. So 3 and 6 there. 2, 5, 6, and 4. So it's 8 and 9 in those squares, and that really leads to not enough. Because this 7, 4, that's 7, 4. It's not enough, is it? Up here we've got 1s in these squares, we've got 2s in those squares, we've got 4s in those squares, and we've got 7s in those squares. So they're all pairs, but none of them are, you know, matching pairs that we can use. There, as soon as we get 1, we get every digit in this square, but we've got to get that first one. That's the pattern for threes. Don't have any completed digits. I see so many pairs, but I don't see a single. Yeah. Okay, there's a lot to fill in here for pairs, so let's just go ahead and do it. Ones are there, so ones are up here and ones are down there. Let's do some of the easy stuff first. The stuff that I ought not to forget. 5 and 8 are there. 5s are in those squares. 5s are across there. This block I've worked out already, but as I say, it didn't really help me. In this square here we have 4s anywhere. We have 6s in these squares, and we have 2s like that. This is a 2s over here, and that's it. Of course, that's a 2 there. Sorry. Oi. I don't have 2s here, do I? Okay, let's point some candidates, shall we? Let's start with the stuff that I ought to not forget. 5 and the 8 go there. Along here we've got 4 in those squares. We've got 6 in those squares, and we've got 7 in those squares. This was a pair of 5 and 2. Is that right? Yes. 2, 5. Got 2s in those squares, haven't we? Up here, now we've got 1 blocking up there, so we get 1s in those squares. We've got 4 across there, so that's the 4s. We've got 7 across this way, so that's the 7s. And we've got 3, not 3, what is it, 5, what's missing up here? 2, oh yeah, that's it. 2 blocking down here puts 2 into those squares, which gives me 2s up there. That's it. We got the 1 blocking up here, so that puts 1s into those squares there. And we got a pair of 1s down here and a pair of 1s in those squares there. Shall we just work our way along the numbers? Threes there. Oh no, this was 7 and 4, wasn't it? 4, 7. 3s in these squares there, and also 6 in those squares there. And the last numbers up here were 8 and 9. I said all this earlier. Obviously 3 can't appear in any of these squares, 3 blocks there, so that's a pair of 3s there, and 3s are down there. And 6s block across here, that's 6 in those squares there. Sixes are up there. I've lost myself a little bit. Let's see. 1. Okay. Two, 3. Oops. Sorry, hit the wrong key again. 4's there, 4's there. 4's somewhere there. Five's there. 6's, 7's there. Right, like I said, a lot of pairs everywhere, but for me, difficult to find a single from that. So let's do this right hand side here, because there's not much to add. We can do this actually first. This is 1 and 2, I know. So let's look down here for the whatever is missing. 2, that can go anywhere, right? I don't think there's anything along the bottom here that I haven't looked. No, it's done. Up here we're missing 4, that can go anywhere. And then up here, this might be a help. 1, let's see, where's our 2? What do we know about the 2s? Anything? I think, oh, we've got 2 in this column there. No, so 2 can still go anywhere. Let's see any help there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, we're done. And I don't see anything that I've done there. This is done, this is done, this is done. So we're onto the left hand side. This block is done, this is done. In fact, there's only one more block to go here. 1 blocking up here, so we put 1 in those squares there. No, we don't, not that square, sorry. And we've got pointing ones here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, we're done, so that's it. It was a 9 in that square, so that's the way forward from there. That's a 9, that's a 9, that's an 8, That's an 8. That's a 5. You can see with all the pairs, it's going to be pretty easy to finish off. 2 there, 5 there, 5 in that square. Let's get rid of those 5s. We have a pair of 1 and 6 here, so that's going to be the 4. That's the 2. That's the 7. That's the 1. 6, 6, 1, 4, 2. Last number there is a 7. Over here we need a 2, so that's the 4. That's a 1. That's the 1 up there. Missing digit here is... What am I doing? No, so I've got to get rid of the 1. That's what I'm doing. Got to get rid of that digit 1 as well. And these digit 1s, that is a 1 there. So that's 1, that's 6. 6 there, 3 there. 3 there, 2 there. 8. 2. Definitely one of those games that if you just get that thing that you're after, that one thing, it's much easier. Some games continue to attack. Well, this one just is definitely going to basically collapse after finding that single. And a 2 is going to finish off the game. So thank you for joining me. I've struggled a little bit today on the old Sudoku games with all of them, really. Some days they're just fly by. Some days they're more of a struggle. Today's more of a struggle, I think. Anyway, that's it for now. And I'll see you another time. Take care. Bye-bye.